Hello and welcome. In today's class, we'll be looking at the LCM program that appeared in ISC Computer Science 2025 Specimen paper. According to the question, a class LCM has been defined to find the lowest common multiple of two integers. Here are the specifications. N1 to store the first integer, N2 to store the second integer, large to store the larger number among N1 and N2, and small to store the smaller number among N1 and N2. And we have a variable L to store the LCM of the two numbers N1 and N2. We have a default constructor LCM to initialize the data members. We have the accept function to input the values of N1 and N2 from the user. We have int getLCM. So this function returns the LCM of the two numbers, but it uses a recursive technique. And we have void display to display N1, N2, and LCM, the three values. We also need to define the main function to create an object and call the member functions accordingly to enable the task. So that's the question. Let's start solving the program. So here I have created a file lcm.java. Let's start with the import statement. We import the scanner class, then we create the class LCM. Inside this class, we first of all include all the data members. So int N1, N2, large, small, and L. We also create the default constructor, so public LCM, and by default I will set all of these data members to 0. So N1 equals N2 equals large equals small equals L equals 0. Next, we can create the void accept function. So public void accept. This is the function where we'll be taking user input. We'll be inputting the values of N1 and N2. So we give a message to the user, first number, and we receive it in N1. So N1 equals integer.parseInt in dot next line. Similarly, we ask for the second number. N2 equals integer dot parseInt in dot next line. And in the void accept function itself, I will set the values of large and small. So if N1 is greater than N2, I will set large as N1 and small as N2. Else, large will be set to N2 and small as N1. Void accept function is done. Now we can create the recursive function getLCM. So public int getLCM. Now this is the function where we have to find the LCM of N1 and N2 using recursive method. So here, first of all, we will check if large is not equal to small. If large and small are different from one another, then what we'll do, there can be two possibilities now. Either large can be greater than small or large can be smaller than small. So if large is greater than small, in that case, we reduce large by subtracting it with small. So we write large minus equals to small. Else means small must be greater than large. So in that case, small will be reduced by subtracting it with large. And after the modified values of large and small, once again, we call the function getLCM. So it will now work with new values of large and small. And while modifying large and small, as soon as large becomes equal to small, we come to the else part. And when large and small both becomes equal, that means any one of these two values can be taken as the HCF. To calculate the LCM, we need the HCF first. So you can take large or small, any one as the HCF now, because both are same, both the numbers are same. And now you can calculate LCM using the formula, the product of two numbers divided by the HCF. So else return n1 into n2 divided by, I am taking large as the HCF. You can take small also because both are equal. Let's take one example. Let's say large is, let's say 40 and small is 12. So we want to find the HCF first of all, HCF of 40 and 12. How do we do that? So because large is greater than small, 40 is greater than 12. So 40 minus 12 takes place. So we get 28. So large becomes 28 now. So large is still greater than 12, but so again 28 minus 12 takes place. So now we have large as 16. 16 is still greater than 12. So once again 12 is subtracted from 16. So now we have 4 in large. Now 4 has become smaller than 12. That means large has become smaller than small. So now small is subtracted. So 12 minus 4, small becomes 8. 8 is still greater than 4. And again 4 is subtracted from 8. So small also becomes 4 now. Now both large and small are equal. They are 4. And now we go to the else part because large is no more unequal to small. They are equal. So we come to the else. 4 is the HCF now. And N1 and N2 is the product. And this is how we return the LCM. Next, we have the display function. Public void display. Here we have to print all the three values. First number, N1. Second number, N2. Now we want to print the LCM as L, but we have not set the value of L till now. So what we'll do, before printing, we will use L to call the getLCM function. So L will receive the result, and after L receives the result, we can print the LCM. So we are calling the getLCM through the display function. Finally, we need the main function only. And here we can create an object. So LCM obj equals new LCM. obj.accept to input the numbers, and obj.display, and display in turn will call the getLCM function, as you can see here. So our program is complete. Let's check the output. So we have an error here because we have not created the object of the scanner class. So we forgot to include the scanner object here. Because this is where we are doing the input, so we had to create the scanner object here. So we have modified the program. Let's clear the screen and try again. Yes, now our program is executing. So let's enter the first number as 12 and the second number as 40. And you can see we are getting the LCM as 120 because the HCF will be 4 here. So 12 into 40 divided by 4, we get 120. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood this LCM program. If you still have any questions, you can always get in touch through comments. Once again, thank you for watching and see you soon in the next class.